Nigeria, a president is powerful.
Yes.
He is the most powerful.
Yes.
And when I read here that Buhari didn't want him,
Yes.
if Buhari didn't want him, would he have gotten the APC ticket?
Well, he did.
So what happened?
That's the humble. That is stressed.
What happened?
What happened? It's a very good question. Let me tell you a story which many people don't know. When some governors, let me put it this way, when Atiku Abubakar emerged as the candidate for the PDP, People's Democratic Party, some governors from the north, about 5 of them, I won't mention them, went to see Buhari. And they said that if Atiku could emerge as candidate, they didn't see anybody who could beat, if Atiku emerged as candidate, they didn't see anybody who could beat Atiku from the south. So they said the president should consider picking a candidate from the north. So the candidates were told by the president Buhari that time, okay, go and give me a list of possible contenders. And then they went back and drew a list of all of themselves. That's 5. Then look at the list and say, look at these people. They are recommending themselves.
Who are these governors?
They're governors from the north.
You know their names?
I don't want to mention their names. Okay. No, so
why don't you want to mention their names?
Well, some of them, the information was given to me in confidence. So that's why I don't want to mention their names. So Buhari now told Ahmed Lawan, he said he should send a message to Ahmed Lawan to start preparing.
Buhari said that?
He sent message to Ahmed Lawan. I'm telling you, good authority.
Interesting.
That he should start preparing. You remember during the primaries that Tinubu, after I won the primaries, he gave it to Ahmed Lawan and said, you went to contest against me. In other words, in spite of all I did to you, I that saved you from so many situations, you went to contest against me.
He gave it to him
privately. He gave it to him publicly. After I won, when he was giving his speech, it was there, it was in public space. He said it. So he told Lawan. So he sent text messages to the head of the Northern Governors Forum. That is Lalong, the governor of Plateau State then, that he wanted to see him.
Buhari sent message to Lalong.
Yes, that's what I learned. That he sent a message to Lalong. Lalong had not obliged. Perhaps because he also had an inclination to another candidate who was not in the north. So the information about the 5 candidates meeting Buhari now leaked to other governors in the north.
Governors like El-Rufai.
Specifically, El-Rufai. And El-Rufai was not happy because he was not one of them. That's my reading. He was not one of them. He was angry. So mobilized other people that they had to hold a meeting. They called the head of the Governors Forum in the north, Lalong. Well, Lalong was also holding back. They didn't hold a meeting. Buhari also wanted to see him. They didn't hold a meeting. He was also stalling until it got to a point when the primaries were now getting very close, and Lalong had a specific instruction from the president to see him on a particular day at about 2 p.m. So, in order to give the report of the northern governors to the president, now Lalong summoned a meeting in Abuja earlier that day. The northern governors were there. It was acrimonious until it became conclusive. So most of the governors now decided, since they could not decide who among them will be picked to run for governor, to run for president, they now wrote a long memorandum saying that they are now ceded the presidency to the South.
So the struggle initially was who among them should be picked.
Yes.
So when they could not reach a consensus,
it was not an unselfish decision to concede it to the South. It was not unselfish.
Interesting.
They were not doing charity to the South. They just couldn't get somebody among them.